can be a book for sale, fine. But a book can actually be a service to help someone in need at that particular point in their life. I didn't understand it myself. It sank in when this particular thing happened. I remember I wanted a break, so I left my office and went into the main bookstore. It was the biggest outlet that we had of the 7. But then when I got there was a man I saw with a sales assistant. They were talking, and so I couldn't interrupt. So I held back. I actually decided to go back to my office and maybe come back maybe after 10 minutes. I noticed that the gentleman was still there. I think what caught my attention the most was the little girl beside the gentleman. He bought the books and they left. It gave me a moment to understand from the sales assistant. And she told me that he's a young father and he was left with the little girl. The mom had gone on an assignment from her workplace for 90 days and she was 2 weeks away already. But the little girl was giving him a hard time, especially when they're at home in the evenings where she was used to the mother being around. He needed help on just how to settle his daughter and let her know that she's okay with him as well. And so the idea the sales assistant gave him was those books to try and help reduce the agitation. That's how he bought them. Because when she was explaining, it seemed to kind of like fit into the problems he had. After he left, that was that. She thought he was gone. I thought he was gone. I actually thought we made a good sale because he bought 3 types of books and he bought 2 of each. So it was a good sale, at least coming from just one person. But he came back a month later. This time around, he didn't come alone. He came with 2 of his friends. Apparently, they were also young fathers. And those 2, he's the one who was showing them the books and recommending the books. And his friends bought, and another great sale. As luck would have it, that wasn't the end of the story. They found those books so relevant to them, to their families, to their little children. Every book that leaves your shelf has a story. Yours is to listen. The story changed everything, and it actually affected our sales in the positive. We sold more books. We sold that particular kind of book to meet a particular kind of customer in that community. That really changed everything and kind of linked to what I talked about in my preamble video, that there are only 3 factors that when they move together can hold up a bookstore: community relevance, inventory alignment, and sales that have provided a service. Because sales is a result. It began shifting and changing and really targeting community. They became relevant to our whole structure. But it started slowly shifting the way we did business. Some customer feedback will call for change, and that is called growth. What is the biggest challenge in your bookstore right now? It's something that you can name, like just as you think of it. You drop it in the comments. I read everything. So glad to have you. I will see you in the next one.